What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Videohomicide, back with day 13 of the 31 Days of Horror 2022 edition. Today we're going to talk about a film that I absolutely love. This is the first time watch for me. I've actually watched it in its entirety, and then I went back and watched a few scenes just to sort of refresh myself for this video, because I did watch this movie last week, and I was sort of on this Dario Argento roll, which I still am, watching stuff for the first time, for instance, Inferno, which I did a video about, I think on day 10, and then this one, Opera, and then there's going to be another one coming up, and then possibly a fourth one coming up. So 4 Argento films throughout the month of October, and I'm not sorry for it at all, because these movies are fucking fantastic. So, getting into Opera, the film is all about this girl who is an understudy for this play of Macbeth, and the main star gets injured, so now she becomes the lead performance and is a smash hit and all this. But she's being stalked by this killer, this masked and gloved killer. One thing I love about the last couple of giallos that I watched was they were wearing the black gloves, but they were also wearing like latex gloves over top of the black gloves, and it gave it such a interesting looking look. I know that's sort of a random small thing to be obsessed with, but I found that very interesting. I love that look. So throughout the course of the film, the girl is being attacked by this killer who is he does this crazy shit where he like ties her up to a either just ties her up or ties her to like a pillar or something, and then he takes these things, almost kind of remind me of like Clockwork Orange in a way, but these pieces of tape that have these needles attached to them, so she can't blink her eyes. She has to watch these murders occur. So she sees one of her lover get killed, and she also sees the seamstress of the production get killed. And it's crazy because that part with the seamstress, how like they find that gold chain, and then she during the mix-up, it gets in her mouth, and then the killer like cuts it out of her. And man, the amount of gruesome kills in this, there's a lot of good ones. There's the kill with the boyfriend guy that gets the knife like through the mouth, and you like see it from the inside of his mouth. Loved that. Very graphic stuff, very enjoyable stuff for me. My favorite kill of the film, though, is definitely the understudy girl's agent comes over to her house. She knows that there's this trouble happening, and this cop is supposed to be sent over to watch over the apartment, make sure nobody is hurt or anything like that. And the agent puts her eye up to like the peephole and just gets her fucking head blown off, and it's awesome. It's super graphic. Love this film. Love there's this whole thing, like the beginning of the film opens up with like this crow, like a close-up of like a raven. I believe it's a raven, like its eye. So like, you know how like all these Italian fucking directors are obsessed with eyeball shots, like this one gets like, it's like starting to go into different species, you know what I mean? Like here's a fucking person, here's a raven. Love that shit, man. I love the cinematography in this film. It's fantastic. Like that's the thing, like I've mentioned this I think in the last Argento film, like because he was a film critic before and sort of what I would consider have like a lot of weight on the shoulders, or he's standing on the shoulders of giants talking about all this shit, like put your money where your mouth is, King of the Dot, and then he fucking makes these films like these Crystal Plumage, Deep Red, all those types of films, Inferno, Suspiria, like all these movies, like these very mesmerizing, spectacularly lit movies that just you can't take your eyes off, no pun intended, with these Italian flicks. But I loved how the killer, like I kind of thought that guy was going to be the killer, like right from the get-go as soon as I saw him, but then I opted him out for like that blonde-haired dude. I think he was like the director or some shit like that, but ended up being who it was. And there's like that weird scene where he goes in, like when the place is all closed up, he like goes in there and fucks around with the birds and stuff. And I loved how later on in the film all the birds are like released and like they attack him in the theater, take his eyeball out. Thought that was awesome. There was no shortage of entertainment in this film. Like, I mean, there wasn't that many kills. A lot of times there's not that many kills in these giallo flicks, but the kills that were there were fucking awesome. Like, I can't get over that knife in the mouth, and I can't get over the gunshot through the peephole, which I believe has probably been done multiple times, but whatever, man. This film's from 1987, so you're getting like obviously the older films from like the late 60s, early 70s, like they're graphic, yes, but I mean in the 80s, like we're in the swing of like the era of like practical effects, you know what I mean? So we're getting what we want, and I love that. So, you know, the other thing that I really liked about this flick was like when they showed that girl like with like up against the pillar or in that weird like sort of light box thing, and she has those needles in her eyes, like I think that the image of her standing there with like the tape over her mouth and those things on her eyes, like that is some scary shit. Like that's actually like, goddamn, that's fucked up, freaky stuff. And like I said, it's like a reverse Clockwork Orange, like holding her eyes open, and there's no shortage of shots of her eyes with these fucking pins like right in front of her eyeballs, and then like she's blinking and stuff, and like it's bleeding from the eyes. Like it's crazy. Loved it. Loved this flick, man. So that's pretty much going to do it for day 13 of the 31 days of horror here at Video Homicide. Love me some Argento. I can't wait to see what you guys think about this film. If you've seen it, let me know in the comments. Leave a 666. I appreciate everybody for watching. I appreciate everyone that comes out to these live shows I've been having a blast doing it. Can't guarantee if there's going to be one this Friday. I'll know closer to, you know, Thursday, Friday. Like it kind of depends. Like I don't like to make this schedule shit. Like, I mean, even though I'm during the middle of the biggest video output of the year for me, schedule-wise, like a total planned thing, but, you know, it's easier for me to just kind of, like, pop on when I pop on versus, like, make a thing, and then I'm like, fuck, I gotta do that, and, like, I gotta, like, you know, put forth the effort. Like, I want to be able to do it when I want to do it and have fun with it, so I don't want to force this shit, but anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Dario Argento is fucking awesome. Watch his films. I'm on a roll with them, and I'm going to continue that, so adios.